Hello and welcome. My name is Sharon and this is Trio.of.Witches Tarot. This is an unboxing. So 3 decks showed up today. This one's used. Got it off of someone in a Facebook group. Jumbledance. I knew about this deck and then I saw Meg at Rose Honey Ritual do a full walkthrough of it and I remembered that I really wanted this, and it's not expensive. The $30 to $40 US range. And then this is the Curious Travels. So this is the last indie printing of the Curious Travels tarot deck, and it's been picked up, I think, by US Games and will be mass market. So it will be significantly less than this, and maybe it will have a guidebook. Usually, you know, US Games, they do have a guidebook. I don't think this has a guidebook at all. So let's start with the Curious Travels. Okay, so it comes in this box. It's a little tight. It likes to cling to itself, and it doesn't have the thumb things. So sometimes what I've done with boxes is used an X-Acto knife, which I'm going to need anyway, and it cut, like, you know, it's not as pretty, but you know, you can do that. Cut a little triangle out. And then it has thumb holes in it. So that's the back of the box there. And I'm not sure if you can still order this or not. There was a window. There was a significant length of time. So you might be able to still. Go to that website. The website on here. I'll provide a link in the description. So those are the backs, and it's what I imagine rose petals should be. Like it's soft touch, you know, without being that kind of sticky. So that's nice, and it's flexible, and I'm going to guess it's going to riffle very nicely. There's a tiny bow in it, and it has extra cards. How many? I don't know. So yeah, it has the Traveler's card. And then the Fool. So Crocodile, so a hint at Thoth. And it has these gold details, which are just gold. They have like a metallic finish, and they aren't that cold stamping like Baba Studios does. So I'm only going to go through the majors. I'm going to do a full thing some other time, like that moon. Yeah, that's cool. So it's got trees on it. I like that. So a lot of nods to other things. It's interesting. That could almost be the Lovers, yeah, the way they're positioned. But oh, there's a Chariot up there. Okay. It's a beautiful Strength card. And the Hermit is very cool. So I wonder if US Games is going to make any changes to this. I think, you know, US Games, I don't love their cardstock. I think it's a little too thick. This is really nice cardstock. And I'm sure US Games isn't going to be using this. Although it would be amazing if they did. So, yeah, so that's the cover. Cool Devil. That moon. There's a beautiful sun. There's the world, and let's just see. So it is a little bit pippy. It's pippy. Pippish. Okay, so that was the Curious Travels tarot. Okay, so I put the deck away before demonstrating the shuffle. Got a lot of boxes in my way right now. So it's a teeny bit chunky. So that could be, maybe that would be something that might present a difficulty for somebody, but you know, it is regular tarot size, and it bridges and riffles very, very nicely. Try it one more time, because that's fun. So I learned how to shuffle and bridge from my grandfather. And when I was younger, I just sat around and shuffled cards before I even knew about tarot. I just loved shuffling. It was fun. So let's see. These might be a smidge bigger. Nope, exact same size. But were you motivated to do so? I think if you followed on the back, if you followed the white and just trimmed all of that off, you'd be totally safe. And you'd have maybe a smaller deck that you could handle if you can't handle this. This is not a problem for me, but definitely trimmable. And yeah, overhand. Overhand's a little harder with this tripod in between my arms, but it works. Okay, so there you go. That was shuffling of the Curious Travels. So the next one is Jumbledance, and this is a bigger, yeah, it fits in. This is Jumbledance, and it is larger than normal. So the other deck, Curious Travels, is regular tarot size. And all I did was take the plastic off of this. So that's the back. And my hesitation with this had been in the past that I hadn't really warmed up to collage decks yet, which I have recently really warmed up to. You know, the Tarot of the Cosmic Seed and Ashley Cook and Ashley Cook's Oracle. So it comes with a guidebook. And let's just see, let's pick a card. So that's cool. So it gets into what is the actual art on the card. Yeah, this whole thing, it actually talks about, you know, where the art came from. So that's cool. And it is Smith Waite. That's a very quality little white book. Like it. So those are the backs. And I was going to show how much larger these. They're very slippery. Okay, yeah, this is a dark deck and the lighting was not great. Hopefully this is better. So, yeah. They're that much bigger, but if you trimmed it and left that on, we'll see. Hopefully they all have stuff on. Yeah, so everything is on the bottom. And you'd end up trimming off potentially some of the blue. You could make it smaller, and then if you trimmed this off and not much off the bottom, the back would still look okay. So I totally think this is trimmable, and a lot of people might like that because yeah, it's significantly larger. Okay, so the Fool. I'm just going to do the majors of this one too. I like the font. Yeah, this is cool. That's a cool wheel. Yeah, this is definitely totally worth it. I like this. I have giant hands, and I can probably shuffle this. I forgot to shuffle the Curious Travels. I'll have to get that out and shuffle it. Yes, I keep forgetting to do that, and people ask me, how does it shuffle? I'm like, dang it, I forgot. That's cool. All right, so let's see shuffling. I'm going to zoom out a little. Okay, so let's shuffle it. I actually recorded the shuffling, but I didn't record it. I did the shuffling and forgot to turn the camera on. So overhand, yeah, it's pretty slippery, and they are big, so the slippery plus the big makes them a little cumbersome to deal with. You know, they're gonna fan super nice. And I'm gonna guess I will barely be able to riffle shuffle this. It's like, this is the maximum size of a deck I could do this with, and not comfortably. I would not want to have to repeat that. So I'm definitely going to trim this, at least top and bottom. Top and bottom for sure, and then see how it looks, and maybe the sides. So you will see a future video where that happens. And then the last one is Cursed Augueries, and it is by a Spanish artist. Yes, Ana Sora. It is Marseille based in the box. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to glue that, but I have glue that will work. It is a Marseille style deck. This is a very, very interesting deck. So you have like a little cover card. Folk magic, and I believe, so those are the backs. They are so cool. Something about this really appeals to me, and so I just had to have it to explore that even. I need to zoom in. Okay, so my battery died, and I have no idea where I left off, and so there may be some weirdness in editing. I'm just starting over. So I wanted to explore this deck because bugs. So that's the back. And that's just so cool. And I don't know if the part about being a Marseille deck got cut off, so I'm saying it again. So there's a lot of bugs, spiders. If you're creeped out by that thing, totally, you might want to stop watching now. But there was just like, it felt there was something I needed to explore in this. And I saw Cosmic Creeper. I saw this first on Cosmic Creeper's channel. And what's her name? I don't know. I'll share the link to her video. And she talks about how this is like the journey of a witch. And maybe that's her. And there's a lot of these spiky things. It's very spiky. And so I need to watch her video again to remember how she talked about what the meanings in this was. And this is really cool. It's so strange. Like, how is that the chariot? I don't even know. Kind of wish there was a guidebook. I am going to see if there are any resources like interviews with this creator, or if she has, she has blogs on it, or if there's anything on her Instagram. This one is like the one, every time I saw it, I'm like, I can't get it. And then I was like, okay, I just need to deal with how nightmarish some of these cards are. I mean, like teeth and bones and a heart with a bunch of nails in it and a rabbit squeezed by a snake. And that, it's like almost, this feels like death to me. And then like crosses with spiky vines growing on them is death. Temperance is a rabbit in a nest of snake eggs, it looks like. And the devil. What are these things? I have no idea what these yellow things are. Do you know? If you know anything about this deck, have info, links, like insight at all, I would love to hear it. Like a tower of teeth. Because I really want to explore this, and I want to understand. So it's the moonflower and the sunflower. That's cool. What was the star? Oh, the star was the core of an apple. And they're all skulls. And I wonder, like, I want to know, why are these all skulls? Judgment is almost like the Three of Swords. So, and another skull. And Oh, okay, something about tadpoles. I'm vaguely recalling now something about tadpoles. And why is it starting at 2? What am I, oh yeah. Card with it. Those are tadpoles. Okay. And 1 second. Okay, so the minors were a little bit out of order. So I just wanted to see real quick. Okay, so we have branches, branches, Berry Marseille, just branches, totally unillustrated. And then some bugs and snakes and stuff. And then tadpoles for the cups. It's just more and more tadpoles. And more tadpoles. And then some weirdness, which we're not going to go into. And then the swords are nails. And then the pentacles are apples. So apples, and then some apples with creepy things. Okay, I'm going to zoom out and we're going to do the shuffle. I love those backs. Okay, so this is, it's a little bit slippery, and it's like a very smooth linen. It's definitely linen, but it's like that, you know, not really heavy linen. Like the Tarot of the Divine is a super heavy linen. And it's super bendy. You know, it's probably like 300, 320 maybe GSM. So this is totally going to shuffle nicely. And I'm already contemplating the edging of it. I think maybe, I don't know, I think this green, I think that green, we'll see. This is going to be a pleasure. Oops. Again, it is very hard to do with a tripod in front of you. Ah! Nice. Good job. I'm going to edit that out. Okay. It's actually almost, I mean, that bridge is nice. It's almost a little thin, or I'm just being aggressively riffling. Super easy. You should have, even if you don't have really strong hands, have no problem with that. And then overhand's going to be fine because they glide really well. And then it's going to fan nicely. Okay, so that was Cursed Augueries. Okay, so that was first impressions of Curious Travels, the Indie edition, Jumbledance, and Cursed Augueries. And I'm just noticing how these two are both a mint green. I guess I like that color because I really like these backs. So I hope you enjoyed that. Look in the future for videos that highlight these decks. This is definitely going in a Halloween video. And I need to find what oracles are going to go with all of these. So there will be some perfect pairs also. Remember to like and subscribe and click on the bell so you get notified of my new videos if you enjoy them. Comment below, please. And love to have conversations about decks, tarot, whatever. Take care of yourself. Have a great day, and bye. Well, it's time for another giveaway, and this time it is not a deck I don't jive with, but a deck that it was almost cheaper to buy 2 copies and not pay for shipping than it was to buy 1 copy and pay for shipping. So I thought, well, I'll just pay the little bit extra money. I'll get a second copy and I will put it up in a giveaway. So as you saw, it's called Womanhood Revisited. And if you want to enter the drawing for this deck, put the word womanhood in your comments. And you will be entered, and you can enter in as many times as you want, but only once per video. So if you put in womanhood 5 times on the same video, you still only get 1 entry for that video. This should go a little faster. And so this deck is collage art and colorizations of like old newspaper articles and stuff and other art that he found. That's such a pretty world card. And I saw this on someone's Instagram, I believe it was, and it was the Fool card. And I just fell in love with that Fool card. And then I went out and found, I think I asked that person where they got this, and they told me that they just got it on Etsy. And it is indeed on Etsy. It's a French produced deck, so it came from France, and that's why the shipping was so expensive. And that's why buying the second copy was only a little bit more, because it got free shipping than if I just got one and paid for shipping. So you, whoever you are that wins this, are the recipient of a brand new deck that I just decided to buy so I could share it, because I really, really like this deck and I don't think people know about it. And I will be doing a side-by-side comparison of this with, I'm not sure what yet, something, with something. Obviously it's all women, and I guess you could call it, some of it curated art. Not really art, but it's just old pop culture stuff, maybe you could say. I mean, there isn't a whole lot of info on it, and then his Facebook page is in French, and at least I think it is. But I think it's a fun little deck. I'm not in love with the backs. I cannot think of almost anything else that would be better than these backs. I don't even understand the backs with the front, but and it's like that more kind of cheapy feeling cardstock, so you could probably bend it and mess it up if you weren't careful with it. So that is Womanhood Revisited, and if you would like to enter to win, enter the word womanhood in your comments below, and always remember to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.